me, no time to talk. Music loud and women warm. I've been kicked around since I was born. Now it's alright and it's okay, and you may look the other way, but we can try to understand the New York Times effect on me. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking, people staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive.
Greetings, my fellow cinema cheetahs and motion picture mongooses alike, and welcome to Golden Ticket Reviews, where if it's classic or crap, you see through it, I review it. I'm your mildly monkey-like host, Brandon the Bambi Man, and today we're going to be diving into the 2016 film adaptation of The Jungle Book. Directed by Jon Favreau, the man who brought such movies as Elf, Iron Man, and Chef into the world, The Jungle Book tells the story of an orphan boy named Mowgli who goes on a journey of self-discovery with help from his animal guardians while evading the wrath of the vengeful, man-hating tiger, Shere Khan. The film is based on Rudyard Kipling's classic book of the same name, as well as the 1967 animated version of said book by Walt Disney. I remember liking this version a lot when I was a kid, and though I can't quite say it's my favorite Disney film of all time, it still packs a lot of quality. I love the memorable cast of animal characters. I love the amazing villainy of George Sanders' Shere Khan. Seriously, he's fantastic in this.
Could it be possible that you don't know who I am?
I know you all right.
Then you should also know that everyone runs from Shere Khan.
And of course, who could forget that classic tune?
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife.
That song will never get old. You're welcome for the earworm, by the way. That sounded much less disgusting in my head. So how did Jon Favreau and screenwriter Justin Marks do in retelling this classic story for a new generation? Well, let's find out, shall we? Like the original movie, Mowgli, seen here, played by newcomer Neil Setti, resides in the jungle. Big shock. He also has his own personal feline guardian, named Bagheera, played by Ben Kingsley, who's not impressed with his attempts to run like his adopted wolf brethren.
You must be the very worst wolf I've ever seen.
But if the bridge didn't break, I would have made it.
I realize you weren't born a wolf, but couldn't you at least act like one?
If you don't shape up, you'll enter into Humphrey territory, and that's a path you don't want to travel down.
And I'll even throw in some dancing. I've got clown dancing, a bit of mime, and even MJ.
It's not pretty. So we see that Mowgli lives with a family of wolves headed by Raksha, his adopted mother, played by Lupita Nyong'o, and the pack leader Akela, played by Giancarlo Esposito. Bagheera brought Mowgli to these wolves when he found him as an orphan baby. We'll see more about that later, but before that, we see the animals of the jungle come together right now over at a place called Peace Rock for something called the Water Truce. Think the Kupatana celebration from the Lion Guard, only with less attempted jackal attacks. That I know of, anyway. However, Mowgli's ingenuity when it comes to retrieving water doesn't sit well with Akela.
What was the rule about your tricks?
Not the wolf way.
Chin up, little one. We'll make you a fine wolf yet.
Somehow I'll make a wolf out of you.
Am I gonna be a fine wolf? Look at me howl.
In some packs, the runt gets eaten.
You know, I can't help but feel there are nicer ways to tell a young pup to shut his mouth. However, this friendly gathering is interrupted by the dastardly tiger Shere Khan, played by Idris Elba. He's not too keen on having a man cub here in the jungle.
Shift your hunting ground for a few years and everyone forgets how the law works.
A man cub becomes man, and man is forbidden!
I stamp your rock shake! He gives the wolves until the end of this dry season before he kills off Mowgli, and soon enough this time comes as the wolves debate whether to keep Mowgli or not. Bagheera offers to take him to the man village where Khan can't hurt him, and the wolves, including Raksha and Akela, reluctantly agree it's the best place for him. Mowgli and Bagheera begin their journey to the man village, passing by regal-looking elephants along the way, but Khan inevitably catches up with them as Baggy and Mowgli get separated. Mowgli does escape through the help of some passerby wildebeest. Wonder if this would inspire Disney to let Favreau direct the live-action Lion King. It's just a theory. A Bambi theory! However, Khan strolls into wolf territory like he's some outlaw from the Wild West, and decides with no second thought to kill off Akela. Not only so Mowgli can hear about it in return for a final showdown, but also because he's just not a fan of Once Upon a Time actors. Except Jenny Goodwin. She is queen. Meanwhile, Mowgli's managed to find himself in the midst of forest trees and runs into a peculiar creature, a giant frickin' snake named Kaa, played by Scarlett Johansson.
Poor, sweet little cub. What are you doing so deep in the jungle?
Are you saying they had the gall to recast my part with Black Widow?
Black Widow? Yes. Recast? Yes. Problem?
Certainly not, young dear boy.
I'm 21.
Not important. Now, I'm only stating that it seems a bit odd to have her portray my part.
Well, it's not like she's bad in this role necessarily. Plus, if Winnie the Pooh and Otis Campbell can be you, I don't see why she can't.
Oh, you'll make a good point, and I guess that... Wait, who is this Otis Campbell?
You've never heard of Mayberry?
No, but it sounds delicious.
It's not a food.
You suck.
That's what she said. Kaa shows Mowgli a vision of his father being mauled by Khan, explaining why he has it out for this man-cub, and also showing baby Mowgli running into Baggy. Kaa's about to have this influenced cub for dinner when Mowgli is saved from her clutches and taken to the cave home of his rescuer. The bear from the Revenant?
Relax, kid. No need to get worked up, okay?
Oh wait, no, it's just Bill Murray. My mistake. This is Baloo, who cons Mowgli into getting some hard-to-reach honey for him as a way to thank him for saving his life. We get some humorous banter between Baloo and the forest critters.
It's not a monkey.
No, it's not. It's a man cub.
You have never been a more endangered species than you are at this moment.
You're doing an amazing job.
And Mowgli, despite being stung by God knows how many bees, is just fine. In the evening, Baloo gives Mowgli an ultimatum. Stay with him and get some more honey from time to time, or go down to the man village. Double D, can you describe the situation?
This is quite a pickle.
Mowgli decides to wait until winter with Baloo, creating all sorts of new contraptions and learning Baloo's life song, the bare necessities. Bagheera finds Mowgli and sees what he has done with Baloo. All things considered, he takes all of it surprisingly well.
Have you lost your mind? Did you listen to anything Akela taught you? There's no place in the jungle for these tricks.
Yes, and there's also no place in the jungle for these Cheerios either. Baggy stays the night, and both he and Baloo watch as Mowgli uses his man-cub ingenuity to help a baby elephant out of a large ditch. It's here when Baggy reveals to Baloo that Akela is dead, and Khan will stop at nothing until this boy is his. Baloo, realizing the gravity of the situation, pushes Mowgli away by lying and saying he was never really his friend. Mowgli runs off only to be kidnapped by a band of monkeys who take him to see the almighty king of the Bandalog, Louie, played by the godfather of awesomeness himself, Christopher Walken.
And you are a man-cub who wants to live in a jungle.
How do you know that?
Kid, I got ears. My ears got ears. You need a people to protect you. Only I can protect you, and I will for a price.
And that price is more bananas. Wow. Seriously, we got a low supply here as it is. Louie offers Mowgli protection in exchange for man's red flower. Fire as we know it. But this offer is interrupted by Baloo, who attempts to distract Louie long enough for Mowgli to escape with Baggy. It doesn't go well. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Temple Run Disney Edition! As Baloo and Baggy handle the monkeys outside, Louie reveals to Mowgli that Akela is now dead, a revelation that Mowgli isn't all too happy with, especially considering Baloo and Baggy never told him themselves.
We were going to tell you.
You knew! You both knew! And nobody did anything about it!
Kid, they were too busy helping you get to the Man Village and trying to make sure you didn't get yourself eaten by a vicious Felidae member. You really think they had the time and strength to take down the beast that killed both your wolf and real daddy? He decides enough is enough and takes a fiery torch from the Man Village that causes the entire jungle to burn down, giving new meaning to the term, one little spark, as Khan looks quite pleased with the fact that this man cub has made himself the enemy of every animal in the jungle. Or so he thinks.
You can fool them, but you can't fool me. I'm the one who saw your future. I saw what you'd become.
I bet you didn't know tigers were mediums. We can gaze into the future, though you may think life is a breeze. But Mowgli refuses to give in to the flame, putting out the torch, to which Khan replies,
That was the stupidest thing you could have done.
He's talking about the people behind the live-action Woody Woodpecker movie. The animals of the jungle fight off against Khan as Baggy suggests that Mowgli fight Khan like a man, which leads to said man cub climbing a flaming piece of ant bark and leading Shere Khan to a ledge where he falls to his smoldering non-striped death. And so the movie ends with Mowgli running with his wolf family, Raksha becoming the new wolf leader, and Baggy and Baloo joining the happy man cub in a tree in the afternoon sun. Will he go to the Man Village in the sequel? Considering the studio is working on it and it's probably going to be the next project Favreau does after Lion King 2019, only time will tell. Granted, I'm not a tiger medium, so I could be wrong. So that was the 2016 film adaptation of Disney's Jungle Book, and personally, I really loved it. This movie does what any great adaptation should do, improve upon its own predecessors while also making it its own unique thing. The visuals are stunning, the story is captivating, the characters are also memorable in their own right, and Neil Setti as Mowgli was fantastic, especially considering he had to act mostly by himself with CG all around him. I hope he gets more work in the future, he's a pretty good actor. The other actors also did a great job as well. Kingsley, Murray, Elba, Nyong'o, Walken especially, they all killed it in their respective roles. I cannot recommend this movie enough, do check it out when you have the time. It's well worth every last pawpaw fruit. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering what my thoughts are on Mowgli, the upcoming JB film adaptation directed by Andy Serkis. Well, I'm beyond hyped to tell you the truth. I mean, come on, it's Caesar directing a Jungle Book movie. There's no way this can possibly go wrong. I really look forward to seeing Andy's take on Kipling's work. Don't let me down, Gollum. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm the Bambi Man, reminding you to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time in the jungle. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Be sure to like, comment, request, subscribe. I'm here to tell you all to rest. The bare necessities are best away, the bare necessities. I don't know what I'm singing anymore, so just get the bare necessities of life. Please subscribe. Or don't. I don't care.
Why are you bringing me to the Man Village if you found me in the jungle? And why does the tiger hate me so much? Does he know me? Sure seems like he knows me.
Down.
What, now he has to bow to the buffalo too?